Okay, we're in round 1. It's definitely a keepable hand. Pretty excellent hand, actually. Turn 2 Pyromancer is usually where you want to be, especially since we have such good removal. Well, shouldn't have any land issues in this game. Academy Raider already looks way better. We don't top out at anything now, right?
Like 5, but because
we have X
spells.
We have 2 X spells.
Yeah.
Mirror match. That's kind of embarrassing. Verdant Haven actually doesn't look too terrible. But I'm most likely playing Academy Raider next turn, I'm thinking. I'd rather get that Looter Intimidate up as soon as possible. I guess the Intimidate's a little less relevant against the red deck, but we'll see. We'll see what his first creature is. I'm sure that'll help me decide. Alright. He wants to race.
So he's sliver deck.
Well, I'm glad we got a couple slivers then.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ooh,
that was
a good
great.
one.
I play Hatchling then, because this leaves you to have a 1/1 elemental and your flying dragon.
Okay.
And shock the next sliver that.
And then even next turn we may be able to pump Hatchling, get in, plus play Raider or something, or Verdant Haven.
Verdant Haven on Mountain, double
pump, not bad
and
either.
Attack for 5.
Yeah,
because you'll get the.
That's
elemental.
Not too shabby. I think if he plays like the Predatory though, I'd much rather shock that.
Oh, for sure.
I think than the haste one.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of close. I mean, haste is really good.
Yeah, but it's going to be the Predatory that is going to be the real challenge with the other ones later on. So I'd want to.
True. I think if he managed to make that deck, then we need to be real conscious of that.
Is there a 4-drop one in red? Thorncaster and the Battle Form are both 5, right? So. I don't think there is a red 4-drop one. And the Ground Shaker is 6.
No plays. So Outrage, presumably.
You got one too, huh?
Possibly. We can do Verdant Haven Recluse. I kind of like that. What do you think? Decent? So I think we want to do Verdant Haven on Mountain for the Hatchling purposes.
Well, I would play Mountain first, and then swing, because you're not going to block with your Hatchling, right?
But I'm not going to pump it at all. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, just so he maybe... Well, he'd wait until I invest in the mana anyway. Let me just attack for 2 here. Alright, so now I'm going to do Verdant Haven on a Mountain. Gain some life. Drop the Recluse. So we don't leave Shock open anymore, but I would say getting a 1/2 reach Death Touch is pretty relevant.
Yeah, that can take out any sliver he wants to run in.
Throw at me, yeah. Except the first strike one.
Yeah, but if he does Thorncaster, I mean, yeah, that one. He's Chandra's Outrage for sure.
So we busted the Outrage on that. Not too terrible for us. There's plenty of other fatties in our deck that would still be a big deal against, you know what I mean? And we still have the Shock for next turn, as well as be able to pump this a bajillion times. So, I mean, we can start hitting them for 6 a turn, basically. Alright.
So he got one too.
He did. Alright, so I think what we have to do now is block. I don't know if well, we might be able to take 9 here, actually. Okay. I think we actually do have to take 9 here. So we did have a really good uncommon to have. So, second Academy Raider, much less good in this match, unfortunately for us. Let's see.
You can play Forest, tap double green, and Mountain to play Academy Raider. And leave up 3 red to pump your Hatchling.
To trade with the Battle Sliver.
And you Yeah, I guess you can't shock anymore, but
It's okay. We'll see what he plays on his turn.
actually you could shock. You just have to block with.
I may
Hatchling.
actually want to trade Pyromancer now for Blur Sliver.
You could shock Blur Sliver, trade Pyromancer and token for Battle Form. And then still have your Dragon Hatchling.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
And actually your Academy Raider, too.
Yeah, we might have to try that. We'll see what he plays.
Yeah, if he plays Ground Shaker, then.
Or Predatory or something.
Yeah. If he plays Predatory, I think I'd still kill the Blur Sliver. Because Predatory just... I know Predatory actually does change the board too much.
Well, if Predatory comes out, we have to shock the Blur Sliver.
No, you don't. Because you can actually trade your Dragon Hatchling for the Blur Sliver.
No, not Predatory. I'm thinking of the Ground Shaker.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In that case.
But he's 2 mana away from that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he deliberated for a while and eventually played a Spore Mound.
It's not a sliver.
Gets a dude. See if he swings. No swings. Alright, so now should I be more tempted to shock the Blur Sliver?
I would just shock the Blur Sliver now.
Yeah, let's get our dude. Gives us a chump blocker too.
Yeah, I guess.
So now we can start banging in with Dragon Hatchling.
Well,
really unfortunate draws there. I can't though.
Yeah,
he's got the Intimidate. Yeah, and then attack for 3. That's probably the best we got. Let's do that. Seeing all 3 Academy Raiders, a little bit awkward. Really like to find an Outrage.
Trollhide would help too.
Trollhide would be good. Four fatties would be nice. 5/3 fatty would be nice. Our own Battle Sliver.
Yeah, we've got a few things we can pick up.
Our blockers are so terrible here. It's kind of the issue.
Even Regath and Firecat would be nice.
Yeah, at least Firecat trades. I'd still offer a Raider and a Pyromancer for a Battle Sliver probably. And then trade a token for a Saproling. If he swung. That's probably the best we got. Maybe I want to kill a Spore Mound. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating. Fortunately, I think our opponent just saw a little more relevant stuff than we did. We didn't see any of our fatties. Was kind of the main issue.
Though.
Really seeing the 3 Academy Raiders all at once was the devastating part.
Triple block Spore Mound.
So go to 6, and then we have to leave back the Hatchling so we can block the Battle Sliver. It's an unfortunate draw. Can't play the Academy Raider. So I'd like to be able to take Raider out of this at sideboard. I don't even know if we can. I mean, I guess he does have some green creatures in there, but Raider becomes a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to keep up. I think we just fell too far behind. Yeah, it does suck that we were completely playing the same idea this guy was, our first round opponent. So we got to jump block the battle sliver. See if he swings with anything else. Nope. Alright. So jumping with the predatory sliver.
Kind of feel like I would have equipped a Sapperling with the Fire Shrieker and swung all out. Like,
that was a really bad draw. Alright, well, just lost the bad draws, unfortunately, this game. Out of my control, unfortunately. But, yeah, we need to see some fatties. It was seeing the Triple Academy Raider that totally lost us this game. If we'd seen one, I don't think we would have been as bad, but seeing all three and they can't do anything, that was just the nail in the coffin there. So, they look terrible in this match. I'm trying to think what I want to do instead. Did he have any flyers? I guess we could just play fatter creatures. Does he have stuff that we can kill with Barrage of Expendables?
we have double Thunderstrike.
We can't really do that much with Barrage, unfortunately. I think we take out the Raiders, though, which means we're going to be super short on creatures.
Cyclops Tyrant's not
Guess
good.
we could do, yeah, but he might be...
He trades with the Battle Sliver at the very least, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, he does. And we need to refill on more
Blade
creatures
Cover
now.
Scout, I suppose, against the Outrage. Or whatever. I mean,
We only have Trollhide,
Thunderstrike is very good against him.
Yeah, we can do one of those, and then we're going to need at least one more creature. Unfortunately, I think we have to go all in on these fatty, worthless guys. Just because we don't have enough creatures. So, I think we're going to try it like this. Yeah, unfortunately, Academy Raid is just like a straight-up dead card in this match. We're pretty slow. Do we want to draw? How fast was he? Did he do anything early?
Flare Sliver was his first creature.
I'm going to draw. I don't know why. Well, now I'm really happy I drew, because this hand is not keepable. Yeah, this is about as awkward a hand as you could get. But, once again, out of my control on this one. We're going to need something good to compete with this little sliver deck he's got. Yeah, we'll try it. Maybe draw some shocks. Something along those lines. Trollhide on a battle sliver could be good. Predatory sliver off the top would be good. No, that's not bad actually. I may not want to let him untap in case he has Giant Growth or Ranger's Guile, which we did pass, so I'm just going to kill it now. Yeah, it doesn't play with the aura plan that he might have, you know what I mean, but I think it's worth it. I could have also played Dragon Hatchling and hope he didn't have removal, but I didn't even want to risk that, really. Dragon Hatchling probably makes a better win condition. Trollhide.
Such interesting art on that one.
I didn't even know that was a card. 3/2 first strike seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong land to get, but that's okay. I don't want to trade a Hatchling and a Thunderstrike for a Mindsparker. Not when we're just a mana away from the Rumbling Baloth.
Well, and with Trollhide, we actually have a 4/4 dragon. You know? Or no, 3/3. Sorry.
2/3, isn't it?
Well, we can pump it again next turn. So we're actually maintaining the race if we play a Trollhide and pump.
But then we can't protect from Outrage, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Also not the greatest against Hump the Weak when he gets his green mana.
That's very true too.
That is a weird art. You're right. It's a weird elemental.
Yeah.
Alright. Wisely getting in for 3. First strike Sliver. So green mana would be ideal. Outrage isn't bad. Guess we just sit back. Otherwise I could do Trollhide, swing this turn, do Outrage next turn, but then I still can't leave up Trollhide. I mean, I'm going to play Outrage regardless, I guess, but do I want to Trollhide now? Probably not. Let's just go into sit back mode. So having some mana issues, which is unfortunate. We're already kind of at, I feel like, a little bit of a disadvantage in this match since we had to get rid of our Academy Raiders.
Yeah.
So this has been a really poor matchup for our otherwise really strong deck. I hope he just goes for a Shiv's Embrace or something. That'd be nice. We're in dire need of a 2-for-1 this game. Alright, perfect. So we still will be able to get in for 3, but getting the 2-for-1 here is pretty valuable. Let's get a green mana here. No such luck. Alright, well, looks like we're going to pound out the Battle Sliver and pass. Still just really trying to hunt down a green source here. Hoping not an Outrage. Well, Flames is really strong too. Alright, well, it turns out our opponent's just got an all-around really good deck, so it's going to be difficult to win this. We're just really need that second green source, or else this isn't going to come together, I don't think. Yeah, that's kind of a slap in the face. Guess I should have played the Trollhide, but let's do it next turn. Alright, so we're in pretty big trouble here. Once again, really essential that we find that second green source.
Great with Thunderstrike at least.
And Trollhide too. But, yeah, I think we're leaving the hatchling back now.
Strike and hatchling for that other guy.
Oh, that's what you were thinking?
On the Mindsparker?
Yeah.
Because if you get Trollhide on Recluse, then you can defend pretty much everything for the rest of the game. And regen through it.
He finally got his green source.
So he could have Hunt the Weak here. And
our grip is definitely a sad affair, though. We were, like I said, we were at a really strict disadvantage this game, post-sideboard, after seeing the Academy Raiders being worthless, so being unable to play our spells is just really, really hurting us in this game. Okay, so we're gonna try and double, unfortunately, 2-for-1 ourselves here, which I really didn't want to do, but we're falling too rapidly behind here. It's pretty cool.
You can play something else too.
So, once again, Sliver strategy, as I imagined it would be, pretty difficult to make work just because you're competing so much with other people for it, you know? Just too many good ones on their own. That's a definite slap in the face. Alright, the deck hates me. It's really upset with me right now. Just does not want to give me the second green source. Which is troubling, but just totally unavoidable. I think the worst part about it is these would have flipped the game so hard by now too, because he's just managed to get so much extra value with that Mindsparker.
Well, at least you can regenerate now.
Yeah. That's a good point. He's 2 lands away from an 8/8 Trampler. That's not the worst. I guess we drop the Bailoff here. We're going to need him. And then we'll save the shock, I guess. So we can't regen the Deadly Recluse this turn, but
can trade it for Behemoth at least. Shock something and block Advocate if you wanted to attack all out or whatever.
Yeah. Hunt the Weak, definitely very powerful there.
Can shock it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. He could have actually decently attacked there. But we needed to shock that now, so it's actually okay for us. You're a turn too late.
Several turns.
It's all right. Let's bust out the Baloth again, and let's bust out our young Pyromancer. And I'll keep him out in my hand. It's all right. It's a cool card.
Mm.
Okay, so it does have haste, but we're actually still okay with this board state. Still okay, especially if we get to untap with that Troll Hide.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what would I want to do if I think if he swings with everything, I would do Baloth here and Pyromancer here.
Mm-hmm.
Take 5.
Oh, you could just block the Advocate.
Oh yeah. So he doesn't really have a good attack.
Yeah. Or even the Mana Life Sliver, I guess, at that point, because it attacks for 3.
Yeah, good point. So actually, yeah, Recluse can still block too. So
yeah, he needs.
Now that we can
one more
untap,
sliver.
I feel like, oh, that's good actually. We can kill the Blur Sliver. We can actually kill the Battle Sliver and then regen, but
you could also put it on young Pyromancer and kill the Battle Sliver. And then have a 1/1 elemental token too.
But why would we want to kill the Pyromancer? Why wouldn't we just do Hump the... Oh, you're saying... Oh, I see what you're saying. Trade it out. I kind of want to do really good value here, though, and just eat like a... Because like we're not even really worried about the Battle Sliver, right? Why don't we just
As long as you can regen, you're not.
All right.
I would eat the Blur Sliver then with the Rumbling Bala.
Okay.
Or the...
No, I like the Blur Sliver. I think that's a good one.
Maybe the Recluse is the better pick, though.
Because of the regen?
Yeah.
Okay. But do we want to make him bigger? I almost want to start swinging with this guy.
Oh.
But I guess you're right. Like, we can't.
We can swing in with Deadly Recluse as a 4 power guy.
Eventually.
That regens.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily. Yeah, I guess we could. I mean, we got to get there eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can still trade a Rumbling Baloth for a...
Battle Sliver,
yeah.
I mean, if he wants to block and give us like 2 creatures off that one spell, I'd almost be willing to take it here. You know? Like, otherwise we get him down to 10, which is way closer to
we could actually...
range.
Could we double swing? Then he can crack back quite a bit, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Not ready yet, but we can swing Recluse, I think. We gotta... Yeah, because we gotta start whittling him away. I'm almost positive. I mean, we're still on the... We're still on the lookout against his Chandra's Outrage. We're still on the lookout against his maybe a Volcanic Geyser. You know? We don't even know.
We saw 2.
Yeah, and we only got 1.
It'd be kind of nice to see our Vastwood Hydra too.
Yeah, it'd be good right about now. We had to bust our Geyser first, but...
Or another Chandra's Outrage would be nice too, now.
Spore Mound's pretty good. Okay, so... It's in top deck mode. Doesn't have any beasts. We can still swing with Recluse.
Yeah, I really feel like that pressure is important. Even if he's chumping here.
Land draw is pretty weak, but unavoidable. So we have 2 of those Cyclops now, which actually trade with the Battle Sliver, so they wouldn't be bad to see. Although they can't, well, they can block these 2, I guess, so still relevant.
Yeah, you can also block Elemental on Mana Weft, block Rumbling Baloth on Spore Mound. This changes things.
Yep.
But still allows us to chump.
It's not that great of an allowance. I think the true problem with this is we can't kill his guy that's equipped with it anymore.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be pretty difficult, I think, to walk away safely from this one, but like Jake said, at least we have a chump block this turn, so it could be worse. So we need to draw pretty hot here.
Chandra's outrage would help immensely.
Yeah, that's not going to be good enough, unfortunately. We might actually be dead. I probably screwed that up, but just too many land draws. That was actually like a absolutely essential turn for something to change his board state. But I feel like this was a major uphill battle the whole time, don't you? That was really difficult. Just, I guess I'm still having problems with this format early on. I definitely see some very, very significant double mana issues in the color combinations I want to do. Being just unable to run multiple, even if it's two color, being unable to run double red, double green spells in the same deck. I've had problems with that in black now. I've had in a black-white deck. So it's like you really have to be, even with the power, you have to be super conscious of. I think that means to me that cards like Verdant Haven and Darksteel Ingot are way more important.
Yeah, and
in
maybe
this
even
format.
Lay of the Land is
Way more important. Yeah.
It's better than I even thought.
I think mana fixing is to get that double color is just essential. Like we were probably 4 turns. I think we were about 4 turns too late on the on playing those Rumbling Bailouts. We would have eaten a lot less early damage.
Yeah, if we could have stopped that Mind Sparker.
I feel like he could have killed us that turn if he equipped the Spore Mound. Maybe not. Oh, and he got one too. Yeah, that was definitely a nail in the coffin, I think. Just extremely far behind now. We got in a top deck battle that is just not going to pan out for us.
That's an end step trigger too.
Yeah, unfortunately, removing the Death Touch guy from combat is a big deal. Okay.
I think putting it on Mana Weft might have been best, but I guess we could regen death.
I want to see how he does it. This might be his turn to swing in. It's just doing 1. Alright, well, that's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I don't know what his plan is there.
Oh, I didn't know it counted shields now. Has it always done that? I've never seen that before.
Puts a shield count
It actually said shield 1.
That might
So
be
you can keep track of how many shields you've put on it.
And how many you have left. I mean, that's cool.
What do we want? Maybe Chandra's Outrage? Got 1 left of those. Still with a Hydra would be good. Could make a big fat Hydra. Not a land though. Still have another shock as well, which wouldn't be the worst. At least we'd kill this guy. But I think Rumbling Bailouth is officially out of range. I don't know how we're going to take care of that.
A Giant Growth would have won us the game there. We could have swung with Cyclops Tyrant.
That's true. So, are we presuming he's not going to block when
He
we?
can't. It's Intimidate. If he keeps swinging with Battle Sliver, he can't block.
Yeah, that's true. This would be a major game to win because he's so low on time. It
Yeah.
would be, I think, a little more difficult. He'd have to really,
Burn us out.
yeah,
quick.
which happens easy, but we still have to win this game. And okay, he did top deck. I think the
Right removal.
yeah, the absolutely essential one to win this game. So that is definitely going to be game. He's
Yeah.
got just tons
He
of
can just
creatures, and
attack us out.
we fell extremely far behind starting when we missed the second green spell and drew the second Rumbling Bailout. So unfortunately, that really caused for an uphill battle this whole game, which culminated into us ultimately losing. But it is Swiss, so I guess we'll try it again next round. Hopefully do better.